Yes, it's rear door speaker day on the old 2018 Hyundai Sonata. Yeah, I'm that guy that upgrades speakers on a Sonata. We're putting the Kenwood, those things, basically just some, 6-inch or 6 3/4 inch speakers in the rear door here. Got them from Crutchfield, which on any car like this, I'd say is a good idea because they send you the stuff. You don't have to piece this together. This is the adapter bracket kit you're going to need to mount the speaker. That's the adapter. And then they're going to give you the wiring adapter, which is that. And of course, here's the speaker. Of course, Kenwood's nice stuff, but you're not going to use that grill or the little mount that comes with it, because you don't need it. Back here, wouldn't fit anyway. There you go. That's all we're going to use. The rest of this is bye-bye. So we need to take this door panel off, of course. First thing you're going to do is you're going to get under this little triangle piece back here with some sort of non-tear it up type of a tool. And it is going to pop off. Like so. And there should be, one of them fell out. There's two of those blue things that hold that piece on. Now this door is held on pretty simply, but we're going to have to pry. This is a cover right here. We're going to have to pry that out. And then the same goes for that thing down there. Okay. So you got a screw. And then this one's a little bit more, wants to snap in your face. Like so. And there's the other screw. So after you get them two things out of there, the only thing left is a whole bunch of those pop style clips around the side here. So again, take whatever tool you're comfortable with, and I start down here at the bottom. Get up under here, and there's usually a spot that's kind of, there you go. It's kind of recessed out. It's got a couple of them here. So you can get up under one of these and start prying. And once you get a little grip on it, I like to get my fingers under it if I can, and then kind of some real sharp jabs on the door here is really about all it takes. Like so. And you just work that around until you get it loose on both sides. When it's loose on both sides all the way around, it will just lift up and off the window channel there. And then what you're left with is the wiring right there that goes to the window switch. And then that has the speaker wiring that comes out of it. And then you have these for the door handle assembly here. And you can take these Phillips screws out of it. You're just going to unclip this. Unclip your speaker. It's not rocket science. 1, 2, 3, 4 screws hold this thing on. And then that's easy. What's hard is this connector is finding out, because if you don't take that off, you don't have a lot of room, is finding out where the release is on this connector. And it is this top part of this tab right here. Right there. So as you're weaseling around in there, it's kind of like this inside the car, and then you get the door panel weaseled down. If this guard or whatever it wasn't there, you could just push that right down, but it's hard to see it. It's hard to manipulate your fingers in there when all that stuff's on the car. I don't know why they did it that way, but whatever. Anyway, there's your 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the screws you have to take out for this thing. This part's pretty easy. This you can easily squeeze out. 4, I think they're T20 torque screws. We'll take that out. And these aren't hard to break, they just twist off. Pair of pliers. Now what you're going to do after those are broken off is mount this back up, and then we're going to have to do some drilling, but don't worry, let's get it mounted first. Okay, so get it loosely mounted up here, and you'll see on your brackets that there is a notch here on one side. Have that notch facing towards the connector for the speaker, because that's where our wires are going to run through that little notch right there. So once you get that in place and kind of loosely mounted up, I guess you should probably tightly mount it, because what we're going to do next is place the speaker up here. And you can aim the terminals towards that side if you want, but what we're really after, we want to get the holes in the speaker grill lined up with the slots and the mount, and then we're going to have to drill through all 4 of them, because the screws that come with the speaker are longer than what this adapter is deep. Okay, so they're going to have to actually go through the inner part of the door right there. But again, it's simple, don't worry about it. Even if you don't have a drill, you could probably just use a screwdriver and just keep screwing them in until they'd actually probably just poke a hole through there. So before you hook your wires up to your speaker, feed them one at a time through that notch. Times like this, like, why didn't I just grab the tripod? I don't know. Okay. Now we can hook them up to the speaker, mount the speaker in, drill the holes, and we're almost done. I have an 1/8 inch drill bit on this. You don't want to go too big, because you want your screws to bite through all of that. And then just run your screws down. Don't forget to hook your stuff up in the back before you do your final mounting. And don't forget to hook your wires up in the back before you do your final mounting. Of course, you don't have to use a power tool, but it makes it more fun. And that's it. The rest of it is reverse of removal. And it is a good idea to hook it up and do a sound check before you go putting your panel back on, which I didn't show because it's going to play music and YouTube will flag me for some copyright crap. So just weasel it all back together, and that's it. Okay, you get the electrical hooked up, that thing back on. This panel is going to kind of sit on that lip. And once you get it set in place, you should just be able to start smacking it and getting those things to seat back in. And you'll know because it'll be almost airtight where those snaps are. Like you can't even hardly get a finger under there. Fingernail. And then 2 screws. This is going to snap back into place. Let's do that right now. And that's it. Enjoy your new speakers. Yay, Hyundai.